Hello my friends, we have some breaking news. Just look at this. This is St. Petersburg. An oil storage port is on fire once again. It's the second time Ukrainian drones are visiting facility. You might remember Petersburg Economic Forum and it was burning. Well, now it is burning once again. Many more tanks are in a queue for Ukrainian drones. They're waiting Ukrainian drones to strike them really hard as it was the last night. You might see at least two of the origins of the fire at this oil station. And here's the moment of kaboom itself. There is the Ukrainian drone flying. Let's watch it. They are shooting from Kalashnikovs, I guess, and that's their only air defense visible. For example, in Moscow we saw Panzer S1 in operation, also Manpads portable. Here it's absolutely nothing. Here you go, Kalashnikovs, protect St. Petersburg. And before it was attacked, this one, it's very important oil storage, oil port. The Russian economy and the Russian war machine earns from the oil export. Nevertheless, it seems like they don't have enough air defense units or something to protect poor St. Petersburg. Just Moscow is the #1 priority for Putin. And this is the wider image, so 3 of the fire regions, 1, 2, and the third one is here on the left. And as you might see, Russia has lots of those oil tanks there. We're not sure whether they're full or not, but this one was full. Lots of Russians are filming this one. I think it's FP2 drone. Yeah, it's FP2, not Luty. Luty is more streamlined and it has different type of the empennage. Yeah, the fire is continuing there and it might spread to another oil tank and another. So the facility requires maintenance. Well, it needs it even from the previous strike, but the situation for the Russian oil infrastructure deteriorates. And the physical protection of those tanks, you might see the net on top, it's not working against those heavy drones. It's not the FPV drone, come on. They cover those tanks in nets, but those are just useless. So 40 days of forcing Russia for peace continues. As Zelensky mentioned before, the idea is to somehow cause Russia to cease fire and freeze the war at the current front line and not to escalate any freaking longer. But it seems like Putin doesn't agree on that scenario. He wants the war to continue, and we see the reaction from him personally, how he attended the meeting with Gerasimov wearing military uniform. So in this case, Russia will burn more. It seems like 1, 2, 3 origins just here, also another side, so 4 altogether. Yeah, nice fire show, Russia. As usual, you're the best in that. So the oil enterprise was geolocated and it's disabled. For some time, at least for several months, it will not refuel all of those tankers. So Russian economy will continue to suffer more and more. And there are no signs for Ukraine to stop, as well as there is no signs for Russia to stop the war against Ukraine. So Ukraine will continue to hurt the Russian economy even more. And finally, the Russian economy will collapse because of the multiple of the factors, but also this is one of those main ones that Ukraine does hurt Russia every day. Guys, just a reminder, as usual, but it's very important, please press your like to this video just right now while watching it, and also subscribe for the channel. It matters a lot. We're on the way to reach 1 million subscribers. Hopefully it's gonna happen this year. So thank you guys for making those 2 big actions. And of course, if you can, you may support my job on Patreon with the link below, or click button join to join membership of YouTube channel. And that's how you support my channel, my job, and you're making my content possible. Thank you guys, you're amazing. And let's continue with the video. Ukraine's general staff officially confirmed the strike on St. Petersburg oil terminal and Kronstadt basing point in Leningrad region. What is Kronstadt? Kronstadt is the military facility of Russia, yeah, military port. It was hit before as well. It happened overnight, July the 4th, and yeah, happy Independence Day, the United States of America. You're awesome! And Ukraine even launched some of the fireworks as the part of the celebration. So yeah, Americans, happy celebration for you. Well, this facility was capable to handle 12.5 million tons of oil per year. And the port of Kronstadt is the key Baltic Sea base of the Russian Navy. A military command also reported about the strikes on Russian helicopter. Interesting. Syrsky Donetsk, a rail bridge, 2 command posts, UAV depots, a repair unit and fuel depots. Okay, they just put all together, all of the Ukrainian last night's drone operations. St. Petersburg is very important. By the way, it's far away from Ukraine, way further than Moscow, but still it burns. It's the second largest city of Russia and also hometown of Putin. He spent his childhood in the city, and probably it's one of the most beautiful cities of Russia. And historically, I think it's like that. And Moscow, well, Moscow is crappy. And this is the result of the strikes on Russian oil refining capacity. Russia lost 42.74% of their refining capabilities. Crazy. That's why they have the fuel crisis elsewhere. But there will be more, and I guess the main task for Ukraine is now to reach the Omsk refinery, the biggest one in Russia, and I think it might happen this month since Ukraine already started the production of the FP2 drones with a range of 3,000 kilometers. And probably they were tested today during the strike on St. Petersburg oil storage and oil port. And guys, we have some breaking news just right now being published. Ukraine has attacked Russian fighter jets in Belbek airfield. That is what I've told you in my previous video, saying that Ukraine definitely successfully hit several of the Russian aircraft. At least 7 of them were hit. So this is MiG-20, so this is, I guess, Sukhoi Su-30 SM or something like that, maybe Sukhoi 27, and it was visited directly by Ukrainian drone. The strike happened straight to the canopy, and I wonder what kind of the drone was it, because it's not FP1, it's not FP2, kind of the strange aiming equipment. Well, Ukraine has an absolute zoo of those drones, smaller drones, bigger drones. It could be even the smallest drone possible, similar to FPV launched from the Ukrainian drone boat. It could be, yes. Yeah, the signal lost in the Zjednania. So yeah, we have the it was MiG-29. Come on, yes, it was the smaller plane. So yeah, MiG-29. How could I not identify the jet myself? Yeah, at first I thought that it's MiG-29, but later on I thought, okay, Belbek is the base mainly for Sukhoi 27 and Sukhoi Su-30, so probably it's Sukhoi Su-30. But yeah, you see, it's the small machine. The truck is quite big relative, yeah, MiG-29, 100%, and also this forward part, yeah. Plus we also have satellite images confirmations that Russia definitely lost several of the unmanned aircraft in Crimea, Orion type of the aircraft. Nice, and before we had the confirmation, the same one from the actual drone camera I showed you in one of my previous videos. Ukrainian defense minister, yes, he looks like that, he's not wearing a suit or something, but he is very capable and he is charged for reforms and he is making those reforms. He says that we cannot earn the same money as Russia does to its military budget. We also do not have enough resources, also infantry. But because we are changing, because we are constantly looking for solutions to improve, we're gonna win this war. That's what he stated, and I 100% agree with him. So Ukraine is changing very fast compared to Russia, implementing new technologies, and Russia has to follow Ukraine, has to adapt. And that takes time, especially for the Russian rotted down old school Soviet system. Russia has so much inertia in decision making, apparatus is fixed on one guy, Putin, yes, and the incompetent command of the Russian army. Also there is corruption, the Russian army itself is very terrible. If everything was as on the paper back in 2022, like the second army in the world, let's try it out, yeah, Russia would have won the war. But internally, the system is not working for Russia, not working as it should, let's say. And even the smaller regional power as Ukraine, developing and implementing new solutions, is capable to withstand this huge Russian aggression. With huge resources, Russia cannot conquer Ukraine. And it is visible for absolutely everyone, maybe except Putin. Also, Fedorov mentioned that they're developing something that will change or open the new chapter, he says, in this war. Some new technology which is being developed in Ukraine. It is not expensive, he says, but it will matter a lot. He cannot say it for now, like what exactly it might be. Interesting. I wonder. Probably it's connected to the drones, yeah, everything is about drones, but what? What kind of technology? Could it be a game changer, really? He says about the new chapter, decisive technology. Well, I have some of the thoughts from the most unhinged ones to down to earth, but we'll see. Okay, on practice, I'm sure that Ukraine will launch new technology for, I guess, drones. He also mentioned some of the additional reforms in the Ukrainian military, and he also said that Ukrainian soldiers who are filming the videos with Russians self-kaput, they will also obtain the E-points because usually Russians are being hit before the self-kaput, and operators already wasted their drone, their time, but if Russian self-kaputs, it means that there will be no E-points. Now everything will change because those cases, there are enormous quantity of those. Alright, a commander of Ukrainian drone army, Robert Brody Magyar, humiliated Putin, first of all, with a strike on St. Petersburg and also with his comments. In his post, he says that Kremlin no longer controls the situation. Ukraine has just hit the Russian infrastructure in St. Petersburg with a surgeon precision. Well, it's hard for me to translate this analogy. Well, I will tell you the meaning. So, Putin grown up in one of the criminal districts of St. Petersburg, and he told himself in his interviews that he should be like this powerful guy to hit the first if the conflict is imminent. And Ukraine shows that no, it's not working for Putin any longer. And even his home city where he grown up with this mindset is under Ukrainian drone strike, and this is the personal strike on Putin, Putin's power, Putin's economy, Putin's military machine. Ukraine humiliates him, and Magyar writes about it in his post. Magyar says that we are performing a legitimate revenge operation that has the name of Kremlin doesn't control situation any longer, so the strikes will continue in Crimea, in Russia itself, till the moment of the Moscow's collapse. What can I say? Yeah, it's like that. Putin is not controlling the situation any longer. He started this war, but now all of his decrees, orders, and his demands to reinforce security, he called about it during the meetings multiple of the times. We need to improve the air defense, to reinforce it, to protect our oil infrastructure. Where? Where? It's burning almost every day. Not almost every day it's burning. More and more refineries, more and more oil storages. There is the crisis in Russia, and it was started because of these pricks' actions. By the way, today there was the report that Finland blocked the part of the Baltic Sea. Well, it happened because of the Ukrainian drone attack, nothing more. It's not that Russia is starting its war against Finland today, no. There were some of the news about it, so I'm saying that it's not like that. Finland just implemented precautions in case some of the Ukrainian drone, for example, goes to its own airspace or territory. I guess actually I wanted to mention some of the frontline updates, but I don't want to put everything together in this video. That's the hot topic, breaking news about Ukrainian strikes in St. Petersburg mostly, but we also touched different stuff, so stand by for one more video update in a few hours. I'm gonna record one more video relative to the front lines and not only. So my friends, please support my job on Patreon if you can, of course. The link for my Patreon is in the video description right below, or you may join membership of the channel by pressing button join. Thank you so much. You are making this content possible. You are amazing. You are awesome. And also guys, don't forget to press your like to this video and also subscribe for the channel. I wish you all a peaceful sky wherever you are and have a great time.